Hey traders, John Howell here, and before I start this video, I want to say something here, okay? I am doing this video to try to give you guys a bit of a warning right now. So 99 or 90% of you guys are going to completely discard what I'm going to say right now, and you're going to just keep going based on the herd mentality and what's happening right now mentality instead of looking at the bigger picture, okay? So for you guys, you are going to lose a lot of money, and I'm not sorry for that because I'm giving you some warnings here, and I have been over the last few videos. I'm doing that because I care, because I'm not benefiting from you guys, from making decisions here. But for you guys that are 10% that understand that you shouldn't chase a market once it's been going up for a long time, where, no FOMO, right? For you guys there, I've got some interesting things that if you guys are really sort of step back and looking at the bigger picture a bit better, then I've got some interesting things that I want to share with you that might give you something to be cautious of when it comes to these markets, and why a major reversal is just around the corner. And again, I'm going to show you exactly why I'm saying that right now. So firstly, look at this here: U.S. economic booms and bust. We're going to be looking at that. We're going to be looking at the Bill Gates has just said there's another crisis just around the corner. We're going to talk about the golden cross. We're going to be talking about Robinhood investors are making so much more money than the markets. Nintendo, everyone's playing Nintendo. And also the fear and greed index. What are all this saying? And also the markets itself. What is all this saying? And if you can step back a little bit instead of trying to be on the greed side of bandwagon, then you may be able to see what this is all this is saying. So let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video, because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. All right, guys, let's get straight into it. So the first thing I want to say is this is the economic 39.9% of GDP. Look at this here. This is the worst since ever on this screen, right? Year over year, worst. Great recession, great inflation, great. This here, you know how we have like great grandmas and great grandpas, or great grandma, then we have great grandmas. This here is going to be the great depression. Everything you can call this thing happening right now is happening right now, and it's only going to get a lot worse. So right now, this is just the tip of the iceberg, and towards the end of this year and towards the start of, and towards the next year, it's going to get a lot worse, especially when the government starts to get squeezed and the restructuring starts happening within the government, and they can no longer print money but then start to restructure the debt. Wow, they're not going to be supporting the market anymore. Right now, yeah, they're throwing what they can out of it, but over the next couple of years, they're going to get absolutely killed. And this is just the start. This is the warning sign of that. Now, looking at also what we're looking at through here, firstly, Bill Gates says that there's another crisis coming just around the corner. And what he's talking about is this. He says, co-founder Bill Gates is urging the government to address climate change with the same sense of urgency as they did with that word. Now, the interesting thing, right, this whole climate change, I'm not here all there. I'm not yes or no with the climate change. Let me know what your thoughts are about climate change. Do you think it's a real thing, or do you think things are changing? What I've actually seen when it comes to climate change, this whole lockdown has been massively amazing for the air and the pollution and all that sort of stuff. So we've seen massive changes when it comes to the pollution of the air and all that sort of stuff because of the lockdown. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Also, I want to talk about here the golden cross, right? There's a golden cross here. Now, the golden cross is when the 50-day crosses the 200 moving average. So we're starting to get bullish crossovers, which means they say that's bullish in the markets. I call that a whole lot of radish, guys. A whole lot of BS. Do not be following the golden cross, because here's the thing. When the market makes a golden cross, it doesn't make the move bearish at all. If you're focusing on the golden cross, do not be focused on that. This here is called the death cross, when the 50 crosses below the 20. But hang on a minute, when the so-called death cross in the markets happened, that was actually the bottom, the death cross. Oh, it's the death of the market. No, it wasn't. It was the start of the move up. Now we're getting a potential golden cross right now. It's a whole lot of radish right now. Okay, do not be focusing on, because by the time you get the death cross, as you can see, the market's already sold off massively So don't be focusing on that. Focus on the charts. Focus on good trend analysis stuff. Also, moving over now to Market Watch, Robinhood investors are beating the stock market. Guys, for you guys that have been around for a while, for you guys, the 10% of you guys, the 90% of morons that watch my video, who don't listen to anything, who just think they're smart because they've jumped on this last bullish trend for this year. This is not to you, but for the 10% of you guys that actually understand a bit more about the market, what does this really tell you when you think about it? Because we know the herd is always wrong, right? That's the reason why 90% of traders lose money in the trading accounts. Investors, if stock market investors are beating the stock market right now, what's that really telling you when it comes to the cycle of things? They're telling you what? Probably something's coming down the pipeline real soon. That's going to make the opposite to this happen. And here's the data to prove it. Blah blah blah. So the opposite is likely to happen with these traders here. And one of the reason why they're beating the stock market is because everything has been in a massive bubble. Gold's in a massive bubble right now. And so is the Nasdaq. So a lot of these tech stocks. So right now, guys, if you please just don't FOMO into the markets, okay? That's all I say. And so here and also, guys, it seems like that no one is actually even out there trying to be productive. That's what we need. We need productive people out there to start to really boost this economy. But people are not productive. Firstly, there's articles out there saying that people just smoking weed on more money than working. And now Nintendo just reportedly a wild 428% surge in profits thanks to the lockdown gaming boom. So, hang on a minute. We are supposed to feel sorry for the bottom 60%. We are supposed to feel sorry for the bottom 60% who don't have a lot to their name, who don't really do well in life, but they're going to sit on their ass every day, smoke weed, spend the extra stimulus money for not working on gaming and not be productive at all. Screw that. If you're not doing well in your life, it's up to you to get off your backside and start to be productive. So seems like and this is just going to get worse, right? It seems like everyone's not saving money and it's just going to get really, really worse. And then on top of all this, guys, the one thing I want to share with you before I actually look at the charts is now we're getting to the fear and the greed index here. We're starting to get now to greed, and we're almost at the extreme greed sector. So if I scroll down the bottom here, this is the one that I want to share with you. Look at this here, the fear and greed index over time. And whenever we get on this fear and greed index over time, you'll notice when we get to the 80 level, or roughly around the 80 level, that's when the market's getting really, really greedy, right? Really, and guess what ends up happening? We get to this point up here, and then we end up having the market reverses, and then we get a pullback. We get up to here, the market reverses, then we get a pullback. We get up to here, and the market reverses, we get a pullback. Guess what was happening down here? If you guys have been watching me now for this entire year, what was I doing down here when the whole virus situation happened? Everyone was bearish. Right? Guess what I was doing? I was all my private clients as well too, or not all of them, but I was telling my private clients this is a gift, and I started buying up the SPY. I bought JP Morgan. I bought Apple. I bought all these stocks and made a lot of money from that. But that's where for 90% of you morons who are not going to listen to this because you think you're smarter than the markets, you're going to get wiped out. And I don't feel sorry for you. But for the 10% of you guys who understand a bit more about no FOMO and don't chase the markets, and you want to be buying low, selling high, not buying high and selling low, you know that these are warning indicators right now that down the bottom here, when we get to these extremes, that's when the market's probably likely to reverse. So down the bottom here, when I saw this, I knew we're probably getting too close to a bottom in the markets. The Fed came in and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So right now, I would not be too surprised. And now it's not going to happen right now, guys. Over the next few months or more, probably leading into October. So August, September, October. Over the next few months, something's going to hit the market quite hard, and we're going to see a sharp reversal again. Now, it's not going to happen in one day. It probably takes another week or two for a bit of a top to start to form. And then the pullback. But then sometimes, guys, you know what? Sometimes it just bam, one day down, day two, and then before you know it, within 1 week, we start to see a major reversal in the markets. But a major reversal is coming in the markets, and here is proof. And once again, for 90% of you morons out there that are going to troll my YouTube videos and say this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, I'm here, guys, to try to protect you. And so when I say things like right now, let's have a look at the gold and silver charts. This is the gold chart right now. Whenever I say to you guys, listen, if you are not in gold right now, do not be buying gold up here, because it is just absolutely ludicrous that you may be lucky and buying it up here and for it to keep going. But the odds are that even if you do buy it here right now, buy gold right here right now, which would be totally ludicrous. It'll be the worst time for you to enter the markets, which most people are into the markets right now because that's what they do. They wait for the market to go up a lot, then they enter. And for you guys have been around for the markets for a while, you know what I'm talking about. I've been there too, where we buy high, we wait for the market to go up. Oh my goodness, it's going to keep going up. We think what is going to keep happening. They really smart investors go against the herd and not with it. That's the reason why when the market did start to, let me actually bring this up here. Let me bring up the S&P 500, actually the SPY. When the whole virus situation happened, guess what? Remember I showed you about the fear and greed index? Remember, down here? Guess what was happening here? Most people, extreme fear. That was the time to buy. Where are we right now in the markets? See how we're starting to get greed? We're getting close to that extreme greed. So something's going to hit the markets real soon. So when I'm talking about gold right now, guys, please don't FOMO. Okay. Now for you trolls, I didn't give a damn about you guys. I'm talking about you guys who actually really want to learn, actually want to be part of this world a long term, not just short term. If you try to make a quick buck, this market's not for you. Yes, you may be beating the markets right now, guys, but please, just protect yourself. Now, when it comes to silver, what I've been saying, silver just keep going. Silver's just going burko. By the way, guys, I've been in silver now for over 12 months. I bought some silver over 12 months ago. So I'm actually part of silver right now. So when I'm saying silver and gold reversal, I did think it was going to reverse, but it didn't. It just kept going up. But when it comes to silver, it's a bit of a wildcat. So just be careful because this thing can just get hammered against you really, really, really quickly. Now, again, I'm long silver right now, but long term. I've been long for over 12 months and I'm still in it right now. I'm just stopping traders from getting into something that has a good probability of seeing a sharp reversal. That's all. It's not about being right, guys, okay? But again, 90% of your trades are not going to listen to that. You're just going to buy silver up here because it's going up and it's going to keep going up. Oh my goodness, I'm going to miss out. I better get in now. Oh my goodness, it's going to go to the moon. And then suddenly we see and may go up a little bit more, and then suddenly we see a sharp reversal and you're left-handed there. I guarantee 90% of you guys that are watching this video right now, by the end of this year, would have been completely wiped out of your trading account. You might be making a lot of money right now, but something's going to hit the markets, whether it's in the stock market or even the Nasdaq. Like, look at the Nasdaq chart. This Nasdaq chart is absolutely just crazy, just crazy. Look at even this is a massive bubble, and we're getting to that greed. We're almost getting to the extreme greed, and we're going to see a reversal soon out of these markets. We just don't know when. Okay, guys, and that's always the hardest thing about a bubble. You don't know when the bubble's going to end, but more times than not, the people that are holding the bubble, the people think, oh, this is easy. I'm just buying a big upward trend. This is so easy. I'm just buying call options on the Nasdaq or buying call options on the SPY, and Robin Hooders are beating the markets. They're the ones that are going to be holding, and then guess what? Now they're making, oh my goodness, I made $1,000. Oh my goodness, I made $10,000. Oh my goodness, I made 10 grand. Market pulls back. Oh, I'm only up 50 grand right now. Oh, I'm back to break even. Oh, now I'm down 5 grand. Oh, now I'm down 20 grand. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's back up to break even. Oh, here we go. It's gonna bounce. Oh, then back down to 20 grand. Oh, back down to 50 grand. Oh my goodness, down to 100 grand. Oh my goodness. Oh, what's gonna happen? And that's exactly what's gonna happen to a lot of Robinhood traders out there who are just gonna hold and hope and pray and think this is gonna last forever. So trading, for you guys out there, my only hope in doing this video is not to be right or wrong with the markets, because even when I trade to this day, I have my losing trades, I have my profitable trades, and I never know which trade is going to be like that. I'm in trades right now. But professional trading, and guys, I'm saying this because I'm trying to give you guys a bit of a opposite side to the way people really do invest in these markets quite well. If down the bottom here, what we had an extreme fear indicator. When people are fearful, you buy the markets. But when people are starting to get greedy, guess what? I wouldn't sell the market right now because we're in a massive bubble in the Nasdaq, and we still could be getting even. This bubble can continue up even a lot longer. But we know right now we're not there yet. We're not at the extreme greed yet, but we're getting close to that. So all I say is this coming probably September, maybe October, November, it's going to be something's going to hit this market hard, and we're going to see. I believe we're going to see a major reversal coming in the markets, and because this bubble here won't last, just like Bitcoin did when it was at 20,000. Before you know it, 12 months later, it's at 4,000, and that's exactly what's going to happen with these tech stocks and Nasdaq, and possibly even gold. So for the short term, for you guys out there that are long these markets right now, I'm talking about you guys that are trying to trade the markets. If you're trading the markets and you're hot and you're trying to buy right now, it's no FOMO. No FOMO, no FOMO, no FOMO, no FOMO, okay, guys? But, for you guys that are long-term investors, like I've been long-term bullish gold and silver now for many, many, many years, and for you guys that have been watching my videos, you would know that I've always said when it comes to the silver market, and you can go back and look at my other videos, I always said, and you guys can back me up on this one, that this low here, this low here was going to be the final low for many years to come in silver, and that's why I'm still bullish to this day. I'm actually long silver right now. I've actually got call options. I bought call options about a year ago for a couple of year period on the SLV. So I'm actually enjoying this ride right now, guys. But I'm saying for you guys that are not in the market right now, this is the worst time to get in. The right time to get in is before the move. Now we're part of the move. That's the wrong thing to do. So that's what I wanted to say with this video, guys. I want you guys to be part of this trading world for a long, long, long time. And that is my only hope in doing this video here. I'm not trying to stop you from getting in and so on and so forth, or trying to be right with the markets, because 90% of you morons who just don't understand how these markets work, and you're not even gonna sit down and listen to someone who's been involved with these markets for 15 years and who initially lost $250,000 because he had no idea what he's doing, but now he does really well from the markets. And you can just ask my private clients about that. You start to see that there's patterns and there's things that you should be following in the markets. And what I'm talking about here, guys, if you really want to be a really good trader, a professional trader, long term, that is, not just be right maybe for the next 2 or 3 months on gold and bullish, then you start to apply this. So for the next 20 years, you can do really well out of the markets. So anyway, guys, leave a comment below. Let me know if you think I'm absolutely nuts or not. But please, guys, please, my only hope in this video, once again, is I'm just trying to share with you some knowledge to help you be part of these markets and do well from these markets a lot longer than the next 2 or 3 month bull market you're probably likely to start to see before we see a massive crash. And what's going to happen once again is you're going to go through those emotions. You're going to jump in the market. You're going to think you got it right. Your account, you have a $10,000 trading account. Your account's up $1,000, up $10,000, $4,000, up $5,000. Oh my goodness. The account's up $6,000. Oh my goodness. And then it go, oh, you get a pullback to $6,000. You get a pullback to $3,000. Oh, it's had a little pullback. Oh, maybe I should get out now. Maybe I shouldn't. What should I do? And then, then it goes up to $5,000. Oh, I knew I got it right by staying in. Then something drops down and suddenly now you're at $2,000 profit. Like, oh my goodness, should I get out now? I was at $6,000 profit. Now it's at $2,000. But you know what? It'll come back. We're in a big bull market. And oh my goodness, and then something does nothing, and then something goes down the break even. Oh, it's at break even now. Oh my goodness, I had $6,000 profit. Why didn't I take that $6,000 profit? Oh my goodness, I should have taken that $6,000 profit. It was there. Oh, you know what? But it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back. You know what? It's just having a little pullback. It's gonna come back now, right? And then suddenly we go to 1,000. Oh, 1,000. Here we go. 2,000. Oh, 2,000. Oh, here we go. It's bouncing. It's coming back right now. It's gonna go to the moon this time. It's gonna go to $10,000, $20,000 of profit. Remember, this guy's got a $10,000 trading account. Robin Hood is guys, right? And then this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen by the end of this year. And then so there's 2,000, and then something happens in the market and goes down the break even. Now you're down minus $2,000. Oh my goodness, I'm down $2,000. Oh my goodness, I'm down. What do I? No, it's going to come back. I know it's going to come back. Well, I hope it comes back. Please, I hope it comes back. And then suddenly the next day it goes up to sort of minus 1,000. Like, oh, I knew I got it right. Oh, and then it sits there for a couple of days, and then before you know it, something happens in the market, and now you're down $4,000 because you got your whole position in this one trade, and now you're down $4,000. It's like, oh my goodness, should I get out? Oh my goodness, and now you can't sleep, and I should have got out at $6,000 profit. I'm so stupid. Oh my goodness, I'm down $4,000. I went up from $6,000 profit. Now I'm down $4,000. I can't believe it. And then suddenly the market gets a bit of a bounce, and now it bounces, and you go from a $4,000 loss to now to just a $1,500. Oh, I knew I got it right. Oh, here we go. I'm so smart by holding on to this thing. Here we go. This is the bounce. This is the thing. This is when it really takes off. And suddenly the market tanks even more, and before you know it, 2-3 months of this, and then the market goes down and down and down. You get out with maybe 20% of your account left, so you lost 80% of your account, if not blowing it all up. And then at that point, that's when you see the market actually have a nice clear reversal after that. It happens all the time. And for you guys that are watching this video, if you've been around for a while, right, you know you've experienced that. I've experienced that many times, and that's how I've been involved, and that's how I'm still here doing well, because I don't ever do that. I have a plan, get in, and then I trade my plan. Now, by the way, guys, one last point. I may say this about the stock market, about Nasdaq, and about gold and silver, but do you realize that I have actually got positions right now, both bullish and bearish? So it doesn't matter what the indices are doing right now, that I actually have positions going on right now. So I have a system that I follow, and if the system, like I got into a trade that's bearish, so there's a bearish trade for there. But I'm also in bullish trades as well too. So just because the indices are doing something doesn't mean the individual stocks are not going to be doing something completely different. So if I look at the Dow Jones, for example, if I look at the Dow Jones is screaming up, and we're getting very, very close to the top up here on the Dow Jones. But if I look at, say, a stock like JP Morgan's almost down near its lows still. So as you can see, different stocks are in different modalities and different sort of phases of what they're in. So please don't think that what the Nasdaq is doing or the Dow Jones is doing is that means the individual stocks are going to be doing that as well.